Microphones are on, and I press that button, and I think we're live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know if the AV is all working okay. Welcome to Adrian and to Rob.
Howdy.
We're going to be doing a 3-player game of Evenfall tonight. This is a tutorial, playthrough, and review video. Adrian's going to be teaching us how to play.
Yeah.
You learnt it yesterday.
I did learn it yesterday.
And the designer is in the chat, so thank you very much for joining us. If we get anything wrong, please let us know in the chat. We will see that on screen. Well, you can see it on screen. For some reason, I can't see it on screen. I don't know why. And then after we've done the playthrough, we're going to be talking about it. We're doing a review of the game, bearing in mind this will be my first game, it'll be Rob's first game, and it'll be Adrian's second game. If you're watching this video back afterwards and you just want to find out what we think about it, it will be time stamped, skip to the end. You can find out. Yeah, I don't know why the chat's not appearing on my screen. That's a new problem that I've never had before. But anyway, as long as you can read it there, I can just about read it.
Yeah. We'll tell you what they're saying.
You tell me what they're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few caveats before we start. This is not a sponsored video, so if you're expecting an absolutely perfect... I mean, it might be a perfect teach, I don't know. I always caveat that if it's me doing the teach, if it's not a sponsored playthrough. So bear that in mind. This game was voted on by my patron supporters. I don't know where this was on the list. It was about 6th or 7th. I've heard lots of good things about it. I'm very keen to see what it's like myself. But yeah, this isn't a sponsored video, so it's made possible thanks to the support of the Patreon campaign. And if you like the content that I create and you want to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. And if we make any mistakes, apologies. But as I say, the designer's in the chat. So hopefully, if we do make any mistakes and it is picked up, we will self-correct it along the way. So, Adrian.
Yes.
I'll hand over to you. Now, you've not talked about this on your podcast yet because you've only just played this yesterday.
Yes. And heads up, it probably won't happen because I'm not appearing on the next few episodes. So
oh, right. Okay.
I don't know if I'll get to a chance to talk about it.
And then by the time you will appear on an episode, this will be old news.
I've probably played a lot of games since then. Yeah, so who knows? It might do, it might not.
You can do your review of it tonight. So, Adrian is part of the Whose Turn Is It Anyway podcast. If you like listening to podcasts, go and check it out. It's on all available platforms, including that one. Probably. Well, so Rob's read the rule book. I know nothing about it other than it's called Evenfall. It's got cards, and people said it's good. That's all I know.
It's got witches and covens and places of power and all of the
all of that stuff.
All of the witchy stuff going on in it as well. Yeah.
I'm going to refresh chat. Is it going to work? There you go. I have my chat. Okay.
So, let's start with winning conditions. Points.
Yay.
Yeah, so we got the points track here, so it goes up to 100, and then beyond that you've got little 100 markers, and last night we both got over 100, so I'm expecting probably likely to do similar.
Yep.
A few of us at least today. The game is played over 3 rounds.
Let's see, 3 rounds, each round consisting of 5 phases, maybe?
4 phases?
4. 1, 2, 3. I can't. Yeah, I need to glasses.
So
4 phases.
4 phases. So the first phase is Scout. Think of it as an income phase.
Okay.
We are playing on what's called the moon side of the boards, which is the slightly asymmetric side where we've all got slightly different powers.
So there's another side of these boards, which is
the sun.
The sun side.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're all the same, are they?
I think, if I remember correctly, this track, the Coven track.
Okay.
Can't think what's the
slightly different.
I think they're slightly different, but that is really it. Everything else is much the same.
But the moon side,
we all have quite different powers. We've got some different locations given to us, places of power given to us.
This is not randomly dealt out. This is the one that goes with me.
This belongs to the star. Belongs to the
because I am the star. Right. Okay.
So that is what we're doing. So during the income phase, the scout phase.
These are the 4 phases. Aren't they? Right. Okay.
So, for instance, I will draw 6 cards, 3 tomes, and I will harvest, which is my special ability.
I will get 9 cards.
9 cards,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get 5 cards, 3 tomes, and 2 power.
Mana, yeah.
Right. So, scouting is effectively like an income phase, and that's what you get.
And that's what you get on these sides of it.
Okay.
The second is then the action phase. How this works is each of us takes an action, passes around to the next player, they take 1 action, and it keeps going round and round. There are 5 different actions. What I will probably do is move on to the battle phase, which is the 3rd phase, and then come back to the actions.
Right.
Just because it might make a bit more sense.
Just a quick question. Those cards, is that 9 cards that I draw into my hand?
They are indeed,
right, okay.
yeah. So, so let's move on to the battle phase. So during the action phase, what will have happened is various of us will have put different witches into each of the locations
So
here.
these ones with the pointy hats
Most likely, yeah,
are witches.
witches, and the ones with the droopy hats are elders.
Elders. Right. Okay.
And elders are very specific. Witches can kind of go anywhere.
Yep.
Elders are very specific, so that likely you can get elders in here through certain card abilities, but it's likely that the majority of what is here is witches.
Okay.
So we will start with this top zone and we will battle downwards through the zones.
Right.
What happens is we count up the number of witches here and we add to it an amount of mana we spend blind. So
Secretly.
we all simultaneously decide, we'll have a mana pool of how much mana we've got over here,
Oh, okay.
which is tracked here, and we will secretly decide however many we're going to put through.
Mm-hmm.
We'll then turn it up. If you have 4 or plus mana power, you'll get that bonus. If you have 6 or more, you'll get that one.
So each of
and that
these
one.
is one.
Each of these is 1
And you add
plus
to it
what
that.
you've spent. Yeah.
Okay.
If you get 6 or more, you get these 2. If you've got 8 or more, you get these 3, whether you win or not.
Okay.
If you then win, if you win the top spot, you get the first player token, and you get to pick one of these power stones. I will come back to what they do.
Right.
It's quite important to what you do. We'll then move on to the next zone and do exactly the same again. We'll spend mana,
Yeah.
battle over it, and then the third zone, and we'll do exactly
Are these
the
the
same
same
again.
3 in every game?
They are slightly different sides depending upon the player count.
Okay. Right.
So, but it's mostly to do with cards, I believe. So the fourth side has 4 card spaces, I know on that one.
Okay.
And in a 2-player game, you don't get this bottom battle.
You don't
zone.
use this at all?
No,
Right.
which is what I played yesterday. So I was a bit like, oh, there's a lot more.
Okay.
And then that is the battle zones. So you battle each separate location and you gain the bonuses. Each of the zones has slightly different bonuses on them.
Got it.
And these power stones have been randomized. Although they've ended up fairly equal. But
Okay. Yeah.
so you might decide you want to battle more down here.
And you can take any of them if you.
And you
win.
can take any of what's left. They don't refresh or anything like that.
Right.
You just keep them so the numbers dwindle of what's there.
Okay.
We then go to round 4, which is the refresh round. We refill any empty place of power locations.
Yeah.
Bring back all of our witches.
Okay. And these cards were just random cards dealt from
From this deck here.
From that deck. Right.
So this deck here is all places of power. That's all it is.
Okay.
And you'll get them through an action.
Right.
This is rituals and specialists,
Which is what we draw.
which
yeah.
is what you draw with that ability
Okay.
there. And I'll show you some of those in a second. So yeah, and that's the end of the round, and then we start again.
Yeah. And do
Each
that
round.
3 times.
And do that 3 times.
So 4 phases, 3 rounds. Got
Yeah.
it.
So I'll probably move on to the actions now.
Action. 5 actions.
So we've got 5 actions. There's a little cheat sheet we've got here, which is why I'm pointing at that with the
Yep.
with the stick. I'm not going to quite do them in this order because I think it makes slightly more sense maybe to do it in a slightly different order. But discover a place of power is definitely where we're going to start. So these are the places of power. To discover them, what you're going to do is put a number of witches into this central zone here, equal to the number of witches you can see at the bottom of the card here.
Okay.
So if I want this one, I'll put 1 witch
1 in
here.
there.
If I wanted this one, I'll put
2.
2 there.
Okay.
And it's an action just to take 1 place of power. So when you take them, what you'll do is you'll take them and you'll put them into your outer circle.
So discovering it is also taking it.
taking it. Yeah. So the outer circle is the top half. The
Yeah.
inner circle is the bottom half. We'll talk about that because it's important for scoring and for harvesting as
Okay.
well as to why you have top half and bottom half.
It doesn't get replenished until the end of the round.
Exactly that.
Okay.
So these are going to dwindle right down, and
Uh-huh.
only the ones that are taken will be replaced.
Right.
So you can have some sat there for a little while.
Okay.
So that is that one. The next one I think probably is worth doing is playing a card from your hand, which is a specialist, a council member, or a ritual. So that's these. I've picked
All
out.
right, okay.
I've picked out a little selection to kind of show you here. So these are what are called rituals. So they have a cost in the top.
Which is a combination of leaves and potions.
Turn it around for the camera, which is a combination of it can be tomes as well.
Right.
So we've got tomes here. It can be them as well.
So cost is in the top left.
Yep.
Yep.
It's got the points it's worth, but it's only worth this many points if it's in the bottom section.
Okay. If it's been moved down to.
Yeah. And then it'll have essentially a tag. So it tells you it's a ritual. It then tells you what type of ritual it is. Enchantment, familiar, artifact is definitely another one. And things will say for every number of familiars you've got, do something
Right.
else. So it's quite useful.
Okay.
And what you'll do is when you go to play it, so I spend what I've got here, and I will place it, and I can place it in the inner or outer on a place of power. So you guys have already got I haven't got starting location in the inner, but you have. So if you wanted to, you could place it straight on here.
So it can only go on an existing location.
On an existing location,
Right.
absolutely. And whatever you cover up, this is a setup bonus, so this doesn't count. But normally, whatever it covers up is an instant thing that you'll get for covering it up.
Right.
So
as soon as you cover that over,
yeah, you're going to get that
you
bonus.
get that bonus.
So you're going to discard a card to gain 3 resources of whatever you want.
Okay, got it.
You leave it so that it shows this harvest symbol here, which we'll talk about in a second.
Which yours has, mine doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the starting ones don't because you can't harvest from the inner. We'll talk about it in a second.
Okay.
There are 3 kind of main things you get from a ritual. So you get an instant effect that happens once, which is this symbol, kind of a curly lightning bolt here.
Yeah.
You get a location to put witches on later, which
yeah.
again we'll talk about that in a second. And you get like a continuous effect. And those are the ones that mostly happen on rituals.
Okay.
So that's one of the cards you can play. The other kind of card you can play comes off of,
Specialist or council member?
and they're both the same card. So
Oh, okay.
it's like a dual use card. So for a specialist, they're going to go down the left-hand side of the board here.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have the same specialist twice with the same name. So this is the reason why you can't have
Even though
these
they're different.
as specialists. You could have one as a specialist and one as a council member. And you'll understand why that's sort of different in a second. So with a specialist, all you'll do is you will pay the value up here. You'll put it to the side. So yeah,
Right,
for you,
right. Yeah.
it'll be here. And you get this bit here. You do not get the bottom bit. So when you play a second one, you can't play this one because it's 2 of the same. You would
Well,
place
if
to
you
cover
did-
it up. Yeah, if you could play a second, if you did have a different specialist, you'd cover up that bottom just to remind you. You will also get points at the end of the game, which is the points just here. But this is an infinite effect. It's got a little infinity symbol. So yeah, each time you discover a place of power, you immediately harvest it.
So you're saying I don't get this?
You don't get the bottom part for placing the specialist.
Okay, specialist, it's just
Just
the
the
top,
top part.
But you can have multiple specialists of different names
Yeah.
and you get all of their stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Makes sense so far?
Yep.
Brill. The next thing you can do with the card is place them into your council. So
Which
the council
down
is
here.
at the bottom.
And it slides under, does it? Does
Yep.
it sort of slide under?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, right.
So it just shows the bottom. The first one you place, you will pay this value here.
Service.
So you don't pay the value that's on the card. You just place. Now, your special ability is your first one
My
is
first
basically
one is free.
free, whereas most people pay one of each.
Okay.
And then the second one or more
Yeah.
will cost this value here,
Right, okay.
which again,
Just about
yours
see
is cheaper than everyone else's, which is kind of suggests that's kind of
that. I'm kind of putting things
you might be
underneath.
putting stuff in the council more than
And
you
then
will.
once it's underneath it, this ability works.
Works. So
Got it.
some are endgame scoring, some are continuous abilities. They're the main things I think I've seen.
So these
for the
are
council.
specialist cards and they can be played as
Either
specialists or
as
council members. Right.
And those are basically the 2 types of cards and the 3 things you can do with them that come in this deck here,
Okay.
which is the one you draw at the start of the game,
Yeah.
at the start of each round. So yeah, thank you. Give it a shuffle. That's all. So the next one is then use an action space. I think we'll go through.
Oh,
Which so these are
There.
action spaces,
Yeah.
or we've just shown some on the cards,
Yeah.
which you just put away, but they are there. So anything that is in your outer circle
Mhm.
or that is on here, you can use witches for.
Mhm.
Any action space that is on your inner circle, you can use elders or
Or
witches.
witches. Right.
So witches are wild if you want to think about it that
Yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah.
and elders are only on your inner circle.
Okay.
Nice and simple.
Put it on there, do what
Put it on
says.
there, do what it says. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. Some of the cards have 2 workers, like 2 witch symbols inside it,
Right.
and it says on there specifically you may activate this twice. So you can put a worker on it, and then another action you can put another worker on it.
Or another player could.
No, well,
no, 'cause they'll be on your
because they're on your
personal
personal card.
Oh, personal
and
cards. Right.
Your
Okay.
personal one. These ones here are public. They're all 1 spot each.
Okay, got it.
I also have an action token on my
Board.
main
Oh, on your board.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll go through, I think we'll go through the asymmetries later because there are some different bits and pieces. Let's next talk about activate your clan token. So this is your clan token here.
Mm-hmm.
You can activate it. It unactivates during the step 4.
Right.
So you're going to get 1 round to do this. When you do it, normally what will happen is, let me just take some places for power and just put them in your bit here. Normally what happens is you will activate it. Mine's slightly different, which is why I'm not using mine as an example. Any additional bonus you get in here will happen. You don't have any additional bonuses.
But I harvest.
But you harvest, which is this symbol here, and you gain everything that's underneath. And then you just simply flip that over
to say
it's done. And at the end of round, it flips back.
Yeah.
Anything in your, and it's just the outer circle, anything on your inner circle does not get harvested.
Okay.
It's just what's on the outer circle. So that's that. Let's then move on to catalysts, which you can build any number in an action.
Catalysts.
So when you've got an item on here, what you can do is
there's a space.
Spend a leaf or a scythe.
Yep.
Or you can spend 2 bottles, 2 potions for the orb.
Right. And you put it on there.
And you put it on here. So we'll do the scythe first.
Yeah.
The scythe simply means if you harvest a location, you harvest it 1 extra time for each scythe. Now, most only have 1 box, but some have 2 boxes.
Okay.
If you have 2 scythes on there, essentially, if you manage to harvest this, you'd get that 3 times. Because you get it once for harvesting it, and then once for one scythe, and then once for the other if you had them.
This one has only got
This has only got 1 box.
1 thing.
Yep.
And if I put a sickle on there, then when I harvest it, I get 2 leaves instead of 1.
Bang on.
Or
it's on the other side.
It's the other side, right? Okay.
Orbs.
The orb.
When you put an orb on, you simply go up your track here.
Which is this.
Yeah, and immediately gain the bonus.
Okay.
If you go up it, let's say twice at once, I didn't see it before, but it does say in the rulebook as an example, you get everything you go over, basically, so you get more than the 1 thing there. The only other thing I think then is really worth talking about is the transfer. So certain symbols, like this one here, will tell you can transfer. This is, and some are on the Coven track or some are on here. Yeah, this simply means that you
from there to there.
Move that down there.
Right.
Why is that important? Because points. At the end of the game, you will score the points that are on the specialists, any points that are on your council member end game bonuses, and you'll score points for rituals that are in locations down here.
Yeah.
Now, we'll have gained these as time goes on. So you can put 1 power stone on each location. If it matches the little symbol there,
okay,
your ritual becomes worth twice as many points.
Doubles. Wow.
You will see that some of
a 4-pointer is
massive. Some of the locations have multiple power stones on. This simply means you need to put 1 of these on it.
Either one of those.
Not all 3 of them.
Not all 3 for time.
Yes. No, it's just it will still double up, but you've got more of a selection of what you're putting on.
Got it.
And I think that is probably about it. And so you'll get points as you go along as well. So some things will happen as you go, and some points are end of game.
Okay. So, question for those people watching in the chat: how many people watching live have played this game before and just want to watch to see us play it, or how many of you are watching this to, either learn how to play or to see if it's the kind of game that you would like? Just curious, because I know a lot of people have played this since it came out at Essen. It was certainly played a lot at GridCon. So, and there's a free action as well. So at any time.
Oh yes, so everyone has a free. You have a
Mine
special
is
free
slightly
action.
different.
Yeah, so everyone else has a free action, which is discard 2 cards
Gain
and
resource.
gain a resource, one of the wooden ones essentially.
Mine is discard a card to discard 1 card to gain a resource, or the star player token. Oh, mana. That's mana, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So that's
I think it's because you start with 9 cards and no resources. You've got a more flexible way of earning them.
Yeah.
So that's exactly it. You get loads of cards but no resources. You're then going to use them a little bit to gain the bonuses. You get your council members quicker,
cheaper,
and your coven is pretty much. To be fair, most of them are the same, but yours is pretty much mana, victory points.
Okay.
Move down.
Yep.
Okay, so Stephen's played it and said it's a good game. Darkmind has played it. Paul's played it. Fee's seen if it's something like. James is here to learn. Michael is here to learn it. Joanna's here to learn. So we've got about 50-50.
Well, I'm thinking about it as well, just because I've seen it. When you bind, if something has, like this does, which is bind with an artifact.
Does that mean when you put an artifact?
Yeah, when you put an artifact on top.
Oh, specifically an artifact.
Yeah, so you'd get this bonus no matter what you put on top, but if you put an artifact on top, you're going to get 2 victory points.
Sure.
So it's an encouragement, but not an absolute.
Yeah.
Cool.
My difference is that I don't harvest normally, so flipping this clan token does not gain me a harvest, but I get an automatic harvest at the start of the round. My clan token means I get a mana for each of the place of power in the outer circle. And yes, they are. And my elders, so the ones that normally only go into the inner circle, can be used for activation spaces on the outer circle.
Right.
So my elders are a bit further wandering than most people's.
Okay. Well, what's
Mine's
your special?
all about the common track here. So I get multiple actions that let me charge it. Whenever I take the harvest, I get bonus actions from it again.
Okay.
So I'm expecting to do a lot of climbing the ladder there.
Right. Off we go then.
Well,
Rock on.
so first player. I don't know how we want to decide first player.
If you give me an elder, we'll throw him against the wall.
Thanks.
Black is the nearest to the wall.
Hooray!
Mine has gone missing, so I am -1 elder.
Yep.
Oh no, there it is.
Everything all right, Paul?
I'm not playing much this week.
Yeah.
That was a moment.
Think of that as a special moment.
I do like alternative ways of deciding start players. So
The first thing we're going to do is our income. So the scout action.
I can see the headlines now. For YouTube about throwing elders against the wall.
It doesn't sound great when you say that, does it?
5,
Thank you. 5 for me.
6 for me, please.
6,
Thank you.
7, 8. I have to say these cards are probably the best quality cards I've seen in any game that's come out.
This is nice card stock.
These are a good thick card stock, and they've got a nice surface. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
So this is now where we stare at the cards for a few minutes trying to work out what we like the look of.
Come back in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And then...
Are all the cards unique?
No.
Okay.
So rituals, you can have as many types of the same type as you want. It's just the specialists where you can't have more than 2 with the same name.
Okay. I will start because I'm doing my first.
Yeah,
action.
feel free. I
Yeah,
might be a while. So we're now into the action phase.
Yeah. So
did you two get your other incomes?
did you get your
No, you
mana?
got 2 mana.
Sorry, yep.
2 mana and 3
2 mana
tokens.
and 3 tomes.
So yeah, I took my 3
Copious
tokens. I didn't,
tomes.
however, harvest.
You
so
didn't harvest, so you get to harvest.
that's the one I'm going to have to remember because it's
Yeah.
Stefano was just reminding us we didn't get books and mana. Well,
Yeah.
I did. I got my stuff.
yeah, it's just it's 9 cards.
Mine's easy to remember.
Right. So,
So,
I'm sending,
what are you going to do?
So I am taking a
You're going to
location.
discover the place of power.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
marching off to here.
Yeah. And you're
I'm
going to
taking
discover a
this
cavern,
Yep.
which goes in your outer
So
circle.
it goes to the outer
Yes.
circle.
And that's it. That's that action done.
That's an action done.
Yep.
So it cost me 2. Its income is a potion whenever I take the income, and if I bind it, I get a potion. Bind it with a familiar, I get 2 victory points.
Bang on.
Right. Yeah, I may need a while. I'm just because I've got things that refer to other things, so I need
Yeah.
to make sure.
Oh, I've got the card you would like. That's nice.
Cards in your coven. Where is your coven? Is that this? Oh, that's this.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well that seems quite nice. But that also seems quite nice.
Yeah, I think I might have a bit of a thing I can do here.
So, oh. Yeah. So I haven't got any books, but actually
You can start discarding
I
stuff.
do have books.
And remember that your first elder is free, so if there's something that's going to start and build your engine for your council member,
Yeah,
if you're going to start and find something that's going to build something,
I
then
do have something, but it's the same card that I want to put there. So
This is the problem.
So I'm going to place this card here. So I'm going to place Irene and the Grey Stray here as a specialist. The cost of doing that is 2 books and a leaf.
Yeah.
I have a leaf, so I
Yeah.
can spend the leaf, but I don't have any books. But I'm going to activate my free action
To
to
discard
discard a card,
2 cards.
2 cards to gain
2
2 books to be able to pay for it. Now the discarded cards are out of the game.
Yeah,
We can just put them here.
yeah, if we need to reshuffle, we can,
Okay.
I believe. So
I may need a while to decide which 2 cards to discard. So if you want to carry on playing,
no problem.
I will go through this.
Well, I like some of these. However, I think the first thing to do really is to go after a place of power. And I think I'm going to join you in the Central Mountains, and I'm going to take this Spirit Bog.
Good old Spirit Bogs.
Mm-hmm.
So Adrian's locked himself in the Spirit Bog. He's going to be in there a while.
Yeah, you may want to give it a second.
Yeah, because you need to cleanse the aura. Right, I'm going to place a specialist, and I'm placing Irene and the Grey Stray.
No. I've got Irene and the Grey Stray.
She's working for both of us, a 2-timer.
Dual agent.
So I spend 2 books and a leaf to play her. Which I played as my first action, but never mind, we all learn.
Right. I'm now going to go and discover something because I have an ability that each time I discover a place of power, I harvest it.
Yep.
Which is what I was looking for. I
And
didn't have it. I
And
was
that's why I regretted buying the cavern first rather than playing her first, which cost me a 1. So if I lose by having 1 potion,
Have you got the same? Does she do the same for you?
Yeah, it's the
just
the end
of the
game.
bottom.
bottom,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Now the ones that cost you 2 are better.
Slightly, yes. So normally their binding ability is better, or they have a little bit more harvest
No,
on
the
them.
ones on this have no binding ability at all, whereas the 2 ones have
Yeah.
binding ability.
So they are normally slightly better. And obviously you want a few people out and about because you want to start and win things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to send these 2 witches down here, and we're going to discover the ruins.
Ruin.
And then because of my ability, I get to harvest it,
Yeah.
and I get a point.
Yeah, victory point
Ooh.
and a leaf. Sorry, a
point.
herb.
And
Used to calling them leaves.
an herb.
Herb.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, indeed. Right. Okay. So I am going to spend a tome, a potion, and a herb, and I'm going to put in my first council member. So each time I activate an action space on an artifact, I gain 2 victory points.
Very nice.
Can I ask a question about this ruins?
Yes.
It can have a ritual on it.
Yes.
There is no bonus for placing a ritual
Absolutely.
on it. But it doesn't have any... There is no point in me moving this to here.
Not until, obviously, things only score at the end of the game when they're
True.
down here.
So if there's a ritual on it, I need to move it to here for that ritual to be worth any points.
Yes.
But if I never put a ritual on this, it just sits there. Because the longer I leave it there, the better.
The better from a harvesting point
Yeah.
of view. I would suggest you want to try and move as many down as possible
Okay.
by the end of the game,
Okay.
just as something that I felt from last game.
Right.
But you can absolutely leave 2 or 3 almost if you can get the combination right. You can leave 2 or 3 right till the last minute and then move them all down on the
Right.
last round quite
Okay.
happily.
Is that you done, Adrian? Am I going?
That is me done. Yes, sorry.
Right,
After
okay.
you.
So I'm popping this one out here in the Northern Lakes to take the Misty Castle.
Northern Lakes.
Northern Lakes, and because of my Irene, I then draw a card because it's the
So there's these as well.
Yes, so these are quite useful,
Yeah.
especially this one. Maybe not so much for you because it's not such a
Well,
swing.
mine's discard a card to get a resource. That's discard a card to get
3
3.
resources. But if you think we've got to discard 2 cards to get a
True.
resource, so it's a little bit more beneficial for us.
Whereas that is
Gain
draw 3
3
cards. Is that
Or
move 1 down
and gain 2
gain
cards. Or this one is
Spend a resource to get
spend a resource to gain
2
2
resources.
resources and 3 mana.
pretty good.
So
I'm seeing I want to play this game 5 times because I'm seeing
Yeah.
lots of cards and getting used to the cards. So this is very much going to be a learning game where I just randomly do stuff and try not to think too long about doing stuff. So my first one here is free. Yeah. So if I've got one that has a thing on it
that you like,
that I like,
go for it.
probably want to put it down. And that is an ability that when I bind a ritual to it,
Yeah, you're going to get
I get
discard
to
a
do
card
that.
to get 3 things.
and I can do that now. I can
Yep, so that's one of your options.
play a ritual from my hand to it by paying the cost printed on it.
Yeah, but if you've got like a council member, for instance, that's if you bind a ritual, then you might want to play that
I
first.
don't. I've got one when I play an artifact.
Yeah.
I do have an artifact. So it says harvest this and another place of. So if I put that there, that's waste. That's it. That's no good.
No, you can still harvest
But I don't get anything.
from the inner set. So here you wouldn't get anything. But
Yeah.
if you had, let's say this was down here.
Yeah, but this is harvest this.
Yes.
So I'd want to put that on there.
And you can play it. You can play a ritual whether it's in your inner or outer circle.
Okay. I will play my first council member, Rin the Mind's Eye. So from now on, every time I play an artifact, I'm going to gain points equal to its points value.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Did
Meeple Pete is here. Hi, Pete. Thank you for joining in.
So I am going to spend 2 tomes, a leaf, and 2 potions. And I'm going to bind this just to the cavern because it's got no binding bonus. So this will be worth 3 victory points at the end. It's a familiar, so I don't get any bonus off of this guy. But harvest 2 places. If I put someone here, harvest 2 places of power in an opponent's outer circle.
Ooh.
However, the opponent gets a victory point.
Ooh.
But as my harvest seems to be a bit different, I thought it might be a get out of jail free card for me. So that's what I've done.
Okay. I'm going to spend a book and 2 herbs to play my ritual familiar, the Incarnation of Magic, on the cavern.
Magic.
So because I'm playing anything, I'm getting
That's correct.
that. And then because I'm playing a familiar, which requires a familiar, I get 2 victory points for the binding bonus.
Yeah.
And because this card activates a binding bonus, I get 2 more VPs for playing it. So I get a total of 4 victory points.
And another
And
bottle. So you're going to get 2 mana. So you've got your bottle.
yep,
Should you add your 2 victory points on
yep.
now?
So this one, so I've got a bottle and I've got 2 VPs of binding with a familiar.
Yeah. So that's that one. Then it's an instant effect, so you're going to gain 2 mana.
Yep.
If this card activates a binding bonus, you do. Oh, you get 2 victory points.
Victory
Sorry, I thought
points.
you said it,
No.
it did it again. I was like,
that's
oh, okay.
victory points.
There we go. Yeah.
So is that 4 points that you've just got?
Yeah, I've got a total of 4 points in that. Two from the cavern being activated by a familiar, and 2 from the familiar activating a binding bonus.
Right.
Indeed.
Indeedy. So I'm going to put these 2 down here. And we're going to take... Do I take the cavern or the cavern? I'll take the cavern. Oh, there is a slight difference.
There is a slight difference. Yeah.
I'm going to take that cavern. So that goes there.
So
And each time I gain... No, sorry. Each time I discover a place of power, harvest it, I get a potion bottle. Okay.
Right, I think.
Stephen is saying you want to be able to use your elders in round 2 and 3.
Yeah. So I'm not as bothered because that's my power.
And Paul only discarded 1 card instead of 2. You're absolutely right. I'm still deciding on which second card to... I did have an idea.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah,
wasn't going to be
folks.
that. What was it going to be?
Down to you.
Yep.
I think it was that one.
So I'm going to take
Thank
the
you, Paul.
build catalyst action, and I'm going to spend 2 of these to create 1 orb. Pop the orb here.
Yep.
Which
Give
moves
myself
you up your
on
covenant.
this track, and I'll take an herb. I'll take herb because it's an either or for me. It's either a herb or a potion, and I've got potions, so I want a herb. Back to you, Paul.
Yeah. So I've got this. I want to play it. But it costs $2. So we're here again. I'm going to discard that card for a book. And
Paul, when you charged my mana at the start,
that card for a book.
can I just check? Because I appear to be on 4 mana.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you got 2 from this.
Oh, that
and
was
2
it. Sorry,
from
yep,
that one.
yeah, that was it. Yep.
So I've discarded those 2 for books.
I'm awake.
1 herb, 2 potions. And I am playing this to here.
Yep.
And each time you play an artifact, gain points equal to its points value. It is worth 3. I gain 3 points. And that's it.
That's it.
That is it.
Okay.
Okay, right, yep.
So I am going to do this.
So I thought elders could only go to your inner circle.
I
Circle.
Mine are different.
Yep.
My elders are a bit further wandering than yours.
Okay. They're not scared to leave home.
So harvest 2 places of power of an opponent's outer circle. So I'll take these 2.
Oh, I get a point.
And so do I. If you could put me up 1 as well. And you get a point for me having done it yet.
Okay.
Now, if that had a sickle on it, would you get that?
I don't know.
There you go. First question for the designer. So, if a player has a sickle on a ritual and another player harvests that location, I mean, I would
It
think
feels like you would, but
it says harvest a place of power.
yeah, I would think so, but not confirmed. Yes,
Science
science.
of the coin.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
I will be looking out for your science.
I was about to put a scythe on it.
Oh, were you?
I was. That's exactly what I was going to do next.
My go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to activate my special ability. So I'm placing one of my witches on the Advance the Coven track, but it replaces the either or with both. So I gain
that's not
3 mana and 2 more cards.
Nap time is.
So, 2 potions.
Mm-hmm.
No. Herb, sickle,
Yeah,
sickle, herb, done. And that's it.
that is it. That
I
is
mean,
your
I
action.
could
You could do more.
I
if you
could
had
do more if I
options
had
out.
more spaces, but yeah. Okay,
Right.
3 mana to black. Apparently.
3 mana, yeah, sorry. But I got there 3 mana and
Yeah, and
Yeah.
draw the 2 cards. Yeah.
Oh, because you get both of the bonuses
If you
instead
do
of
it,
just one.
yeah,
Right.
if I
if
use
you-
certain
if you use
trigger
that.
abilities, I do, yeah.
I do not like this. However. So each time I spend any amount of mana, I gain a mana.
Cards in hand at the end of the round.
Yeah, fine.
You keep.
Keep.
Right.
That's what you draw to, not your starting hand size.
No, that's
No,
you
that's
draw
what
extra.
you draw.
As I said, that's what you.
Yeah,
that's,
so if
that,
you
that
have
meant that's,
two-
that's
yeah.
what you draw, not your hand. Not,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw, not draw to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
I knew what I meant. Okay. Is it mine?
I think it's your go.
You'll go,
Mine
yeah,
again?
sorry.
Okay, it's
Apologies.
shooting by. No, it's the other one. I was on a losing track. So I'm going to trigger my income phase because I've got no more witches left
So
here.
you're activating your clan token.
Yep, because I've got no more witches left here to take anymore, so I'm not going to get any more out.
So for you,
this
that's
turn.
harvesting,
Yep, so
which is a potion and a card.
potion card. My special ability is I can also take any one of the bonuses that I've unlocked. So I can take 3 more mana, draw 2 more cards, take an herb, or take a potion.
Right.
I think because I can exchange 2 cards for a herb, I'm going to take 2 more cards.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you get a potion and a card. And then you flip your thing over.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so first things first. Then I get a potion and a card.
Yep.
Potion. And another card. Just a few. And then that flips over. And I don't get any bonus down because that was an orb rather than a...
Right. Well, I'm also going to do the same, except I've not got anything printed on there. So, remind me, the sickle doubles this?
Doubles it. Yep. So you're going to get 2 victory points
2 points and 2
and
herbs.
2 herbs
And a potion.
and a potion.
And that's it.
That's it for you. Yeah.
Yep.
Because of your thing. I'm going to do the same. So mine is slightly different because
You
I
don't
don't harvest. But what I do gain is I gain a point of mana for each of the places and power in my outer
Outer
circle.
circle.
So I'll have 4 mana, please.
Mana. Yeah.
Who needs it?
Who needs it?
Yeah, the faction we're not playing with loves a bit of mana. Their whole thing is gaining lots of mana.
And there's just the 4 that come with the game
Yes.
until the inevitable expansion set.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, Stefano. Is there an expansion set in the works? Are you allowed to let us know?
Yep, so I was waiting for Paul to
Yeah.
talk as fun. I'm going to discard 2 cards. That's a free
Yep.
action. Yep, to take another herb. And then... So when I place a ritual on top, if it's got a lightning bolt,
You do that action instantly.
okay, does that happen before or after or at the same time as that one? Yeah, so
Good question.
Didn't see anything.
Okay, the boss wants one. Yes, excellent.
Building catalysts.
And the rules question that we've just got is if Rob's going to play a card with a lightning bolt on, does he resolve the ability of the place of power before the card, or can he choose?
It does. It says it in an order, but it doesn't say that it specifically activates in that order. So it says bind, and then the rituals have 3 effects.
Well, that seems clear that you do
So
the
I
binding
think-
stuff,
I think you would do that.
and
It
then
doesn't.
you do the ritual.
Okay.
Doesn't specifically say like either order or anything else. So I'm going to say
No,
that's
but if it
fine.
includes the word there. Oh no, it says Stefano says in any order.
In any order. There we go.
In the order. Fantastic. Okay. Right. So I think... We play... Okay. So I'm spending 2 herbs and 3 potions to play my cat advisor.
Cat advisor.
My cat advisor.
You got 2 cat
I was
advisors.
going to say.
So
Give me treats. Give me treats. Give me food. Give me treats.
Gonna go here. So, first things first, I trigger advance on the Coven track and replace slash with plus. So I move this to here. So I get 3 victory points.
That's when you cover that thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's moving a card.
transfer 1 from your out circle to your inner circle.
Okay. I think I'll move down. As it were. There's not so many points.
It's worth a point at the end of the game, but obviously you're losing the harvest during the harvest.
Yeah, I think I'll
action.
move the Misty Castle down. Ready for later. And then when I place the cat on top, so everyone, each player may advance on the Coven track. But for every player that does, I gain 2 victory points. So I'll start. I get myself a herb and a potion.
And you gain 2 victory
I get
points
2 victory
because
points.
you advanced.
Mhm.
Yep. I should have another. So did I? No, so I should have had 3 victory points from placing that one first because of this. So I should have been 7 already. That's it. So I should now be on 9. Yeah, because I got 4 from that, 3 from that, and now 2 from that.
Yep. But while I'm definitely doing mine.
I'm not going to.
So
Oh, what do you get? You get a card,
I get a place of power,
which you just draw.
which I just draw off the top of the deck, and you get 2 victory points for me moving up
Yep.
the thing. So I have got a henge. Who
Okay.
doesn't like a henge?
Henge.
Spot the old enge. You sure you're not going for it, Paul?
And you could have put that down there if you wanted to.
No, because
No.
all of them go into. Well, it doesn't say specifically
they all
either way,
go.
but
Oh,
nearly,
okay.
normally when you take a place of power, you
But
place it
some
in
of
the
the
outer.
setup
The
cards
setup ones
do
go
go
in.
there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it. I'm going to try something different. I don't know.
Okay. So I'm done. So it's over to Paul.
I think I'm going to play this. So I discard another card to gain a book, and then I use that book and 2 potions to play a Wolf Guide Ritual Familiar. So because it's going on here, it's a familiar. So I get a potion back, and I get 2 points.
Yeah. So you get the potion no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that goes on there. And the
Yeah.
immediate ability is I gain 2 mana,
Yeah.
and I can move all witches from a ritual to any region.
Yeah, but you haven't got any on a ritual.
No.
But
So I
that's
don't.
what you could have done.
Yeah.
Well, I am spending one of these to put a scythe on here.
Because you harvest in your scouting.
Scouting.
Step. Yeah.
Phase, yeah.
Nobody took any of the public actions.
No,
Stephen.
I
Oh, yes, there were those.
I nearly
I
did.
wanted 2 places of power because I had that.
Yeah.
So that's...
In
Yeah.
hindsight, I probably shouldn't have gone for the more expensive Sanctum and should have done this to give me more of these. But it was a close call on which one I did.
Remind me, what do these do again?
When you place them on one that matches,
Yeah.
it
Oh, it
doubles
doubles
the
the
points
yes,
of the
yeah.
ritual. So you gain them at the end, you just kind of sit them to one side, and then at the end of the game, you put them on where you need them.
Okay. Right.
Yep. Let's see. No more actions there. Nothing more I can afford to play from hand right now. So I think I'll pass.
I also pass.
I will also pass.
Interested? Yeah. Because I've got no cards and no witches, so...
I have cards, but
No
not enough
resources.
stuff really to... I could start discarding
I mean,
stuff,
I
but
could
don't want
put
to.
a sickle or a thing on there.
You could do. Do you want 2 mana ahead of the battle rounds?
I don't need it because I'm on here on my own.
Yeah, so I don't think you need that as such.
No,
But
so I'm fine.
I mean, mana does last from one round to another.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
But you are topped at 20. So
Yep, we're all good.
well, right. So we are onto the battle phase, phase 3.
Right.
So starting player goes back in here because we're
Yeah.
fighting for, as it's the top one, we're fighting
So
for the starting one.
2 power to Adrian, 1 power to Rob.
Yeah, and now we're going to see.
And if you tie,
that is a great question.
I'll look it up. If you
So I
want.
have 7 mana to play
You can
with.
still spend mana even if you are alone to get more bonuses. Yes, I'm just happy with that rather than that.
That's fine. So as things stand now, if we add no mana to this,
Yeah,
neither of us
win.
get any cards. You win, so you get first choice.
I would. No, I would. You wouldn't get
I
one.
want to get choice.
I would
okay.
get the Power Stone choice.
Okay.
But yeah, so obviously you need the 4+ there.
4+ to get another card.
Yeah.
In case of a tie, the player who spent the most mana.
Okay.
If it's still a tie, tie is broken by the player order starting with the first player.
So it'd be Rob. Until that's one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Stefano. Just
You-
beat you to it.
You
Yep.
happy?
I've set my mana.
Whoop.
0.
So I've spent 2.
You spent 2 mana.
As I spend any amount of mana, I gain a mana. So can I have a mana, please?
Okay. And then you win the fight.
I win the fight. So first of all, before we win fights, we get to see who gets this.
So you
this
got
bonus.
4.
So I got 4. So
You
I'm
get
going
a
to draw a card.
Rob doesn't get any
No.
because he only had 1. You also get the first player token.
Yeah, and
And
I get
you
to
get
choose
one
a
of those.
Power Stone. So I'm going to choose this one because this is the only one I've already got something on,
Mhm.
and it's 3 victory points, so it'll be worth it. And you
Yeah.
just put that to one side, and it'll at the end of the game you then get
Okay.
what you need to with that.
Okay.
Next one,
Central Mountains.
Yes.
2 apiece.
2 apiece indeed.
Place your bets.
Well, I know what he's going to go for because he likes his cover track.
Don't pretend you know me.
Well, I might pretend. Doesn't mean I do. Right, okay, there we go.
Yes, I was completely predictable.
Yeah.
So 4 mana, and then you spend 2,
2,
but
but
you
gain
get 1 back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So,
you get
Coven track
1 up on the cover track.
and I gain a...
and a leaf.
So I can either take 4 more mana or 3 more cards. I've got a lot of cards, so I'm going to take 4 more mana.
I will gain
Which still moves
the
me
leaf.
further up here.
Okay. And which one of these would you like?
I will take the chevron, please. Thank you.
And then down here, I'm not going to put any mana in.
Well, you don't have to announce it. Like, just put it on the.
I'll do it secretly.
There you go.
There you go. So I get 2 points.
Yes.
Hello, buddy.
Oh.
Oh, it looks like I'm on similar, but I'm not.
And I take that one.
There we go.
Battle
Yeah.
phase is over.
It's over. So now it's the admin phase. So
Admin, my favourite phase.
it's not called that. It's called something. But
It's called End.
I'll just make sure we cover it all.
I'm going to guess
It's called round end. It is.
which
So
has come home.
activate round end effects if you have any. I didn't see any last time, but
Okay.
I'm sure there are
Yeah,
some
no,
out there.
And I don't even have that because it doesn't exist. Yep,
Yeah.
nothing. Nothing.
Replenish each region with a new place of power. Are you all right to do that for us? Thank you. Place all witches and elders back in the clan reserve.
Ooh. Mystic Springs.
flip your clan token.
Oh yeah.
Cavern down the bottom.
It's all caverns down
Another
here.
spirit bog. It's all caverns and bogs around here.
Yeah, flip your clan token back
Yep.
over. If there was anything that has the, I'm going to call it tap for better, lack of a better word, but
Untap cards.
yeah, untap cards, and then move the round marker down one space.
Round 2.
And we start again. So we start off with the scout phase. So you gain your mana and your
Okay.
book code.
3 books and 2 more mana for me.
I then also harvest. So here we go. 1,
Thank you.
2. Thank you very much. One of those. None of those. Can I have a mana as well, please, and a victory point?
Mana. And victory point. Bruce is in the chat. Hi, Bruce. Played it at BGG Con. Really enjoyed it.
Yes.
I don't know if it's available in America yet.
Interesting.
Okay, that's quite useful.
Right. So. Oh. Okay. Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Power Stone?
Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Power Stone.
One of my favourite computer games as a kid. Right, okay. I need to get myself a place of power, I feel.
Yeah, because you got so few of them.
It's true.
Okay, so in the US it should be available Q2.
Get back over here, you bunch of witches.
I am going to go down here and take this one.
Coming down here into the southern slopes.
Yeah, and get myself another spirit bog.
Okay.
Yeah, what I need, because I need to be playing artifacts because of this.
So do
I'm
I.
going to be going here and taking myself
okay.
this archive. So it's cheaper than those two, but it doesn't have the placing bonus.
Yep.
But because I've taken it, my ability kicks in. Each time I discover a place of power, I harvest it. Yum, yum, yum.
Right, it's time to work out what I need to keep and what I need to do.
I'm going to send these 2 witches up here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take the Mystic Springs. And because of this, I get 2 mana.
Okay. I am going to...
So this says you may place an elder in a region
Yes.
and take a thing, or just
No,
put
I
it in.
believe it's just put it in
It's
the
just put it
region
in
because it's
there.
not take the action space, it's the region.
It's just right.
So I think it's just gain a bonus, like a
Mm-hmm.
area control bonus. So I think I'm actually going to go down here and I'm going to spend a leaf and gain, if I work this out properly, I'm going to gain, can I have 3 mana? And I will select the 2 resources I need, but let me just work it out first.
So 1 resource,
Yeah. Okay.
2 resources and 3 mana.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But I've spent an elder to do it. haven't I?
Yeah, the elder just helped you in battle. Thank you,
Thank you.
Stefano.
Okay, you done?
Yeah, I'm picking my resources, but feel free to
That's
continue.
fine. So I'm going to send 2 down south to snag me one of those 2 caverns, please. Don't get they're identical, so just giving you.
Are they identical?
Yeah. Both of them have
even
a-
got the same power stone on?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm moving these at the top. So because I've taken it, I immediately get the bonus.
Okay, so we're going to send this witch to here. I'm going to take an archive, put it there, and because of my special ability, I get a book. Done.
Nice. I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to ditch that card and gain myself 3 resources. So I need one of those. I think I need 2 of these. I definitely need one of those. Carry on and I'll pick me.
No, that's fine. I'm playing 2 potions and 2 herbs to play a summoning circle down here in the Misty Castle. The reason I'm playing it down there rather than up there to get the immediate bonus is I can now bring my elders into play to take actions. So I get no bonus for placing it down there.
Yes, yeah.
Yep, back to you, Paul.
Mm.
Yes, this all works nicely for me because I use my elders to pay
Yeah, 2
books to play the rituals rather than having to pay the cost for them.
Okay, so I think if I've got this right, I am going to pay 2 herbs to play the Ritual of Enchantment Confluence of Omens onto here.
Yep.
So I get a book and 2
victory
points.
Yep.
Book. 2 points.
Okay.
All right. I am going to play a tome and
2 witches to discover. Did somebody miss something? Archive needs 2 witches. Does it?
That one does.
Yeah, 2 witches.
Sorry, I didn't want to take that then.
No, the only one witch one left was the Misty Castle.
Sorry, yeah. I don't know why I thought it was 1. I wanted to say 1 for that.
This archive was just 1
Oh,
because it
right.
hasn't got a bonus down the bottom.
Oh, rats.
So you may have seen that one, and then
Rats.
Get it down the bottom.
So I wanted to save 1 for that because that was going to be amazing.
Sorry.
But how do I get it down the bottom? I have to do a thing that allows me to move it down to the bottom.
Yes.
we can have multiple same rituals. Can't we? It's just the advisors.
It's just the specialists that, yeah. So I gain that and can have 2 victory points, please. To put that there.
Okay. So I'm going to use one of my elders to trigger the Misty Castle, which lets me pay 2 books to play a ritual rather than the cost shown on the card. So I pay my 2 tones, and I'm playing a cat advisor up here on the cavern. So I gain a potion. I'm binding with a familiar, so I get 2 victory points, please.
2 points.
2 points. And then again, each player may advance 1 on the coffin track, gain 2 victory points for each advancement. As I deploy my herd of elite cat advisors.
And it's each player, not each other player.
No.
Yep. So I move myself up 1, and I will take 4 victory points, please.
4.
4.
Are you moving up?
I'm moving up, so I'll get 3 and Rob gets 2.
Points.
Yep.
Done your 2 points for Adrian
Yep.
getting it.
And then again, your choice, Paul.
Nah. Coven tracks are for losers.
Winners, they're for closers. Cover tracks are for closers. Get it.
Right. Well, that's messed that up, hasn't it? So, I'm just going to pay 1 of each to put a council member here, which gets me 2 points at the end of the game for each place of power with a different name. Bob, Samantha, Alan. Yeah, is that how it works?
That's exactly how it works.
Excellent. I name them. Theobald.
I name you.
No, it's not, I'm not bad. I've got 5 different ones already. So that's 10 points. What's a good winning score for a 3-player game?
I'm going to do what I should have done last time because I should have gained the bonus.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
I'm annoyed at because I knew I had to do that next. I was supposed to do that before that, but I did that,
Right.
and then that. It's the wrong way around because I would have got extra stuff.
Timing.
I limit
Those
as well.
timings.
These are not worth points unless
they're down the bottom.
You've said that 4 times.
It'll sink in eventually. All done?
Well, I'm now thinking we're halfway through the game and I've not moved any of them down.
Yeah, you need a couple down by now. Well, around this, so you can start and use these guys.
Yeah, that's why I'd moved the Misty Castle down.
And you advance up this by putting the
Orbs on,
Orbs.
or as the bonus
All done
for
then?
the battle there.
So I'm going to go here, and again, I move my marker up, and I get to take both bonuses. So I'll take 2 herbs and 2 potions.
Right. I want one of these back. Just one. Well, I definitely need a leaf.
Leave it out.
And God, lots of stuff here. Yeah, no, that's no good. That's no good. Right. Okay. So I am going to do a free action to discard a card. It's got too much text on it. To get a leaf. And then I will spend that leaf to get a sickle. And I will put that sickle on.
You've got to make the right choice here, Paul.
Okay. Not going to do a sickle. I'm going to use the card for a potion and another potion to place an orb. And the orb is going to go there. And I'm going to move up here. And I'm going to get myself 2 mana.
That's fine. I can delay till he decides he's doing the
Okay.
sickle.
Right. That's what I'm doing. Totally doing that.
Right. I am spending 1 of these and 2 of these to bind here. So I get a leaf and 2 victory points, please.
Luke's popped in. Hi, Luke.
Oh, yep.
160 is a rather rare
Blue
occurrence.
one.
The
Winning score should be
White.
130 to 160.
Yeah, I got 130
Okay.
in 2-player. I then get, as additionally, as a binding bonus, another victory point, if you don't mind. I'm going to take, at last. And then I'm going to put that. That is me.
Okay, I'm going to spend 1 book and 2 potions to play a wolf guide to here. So immediately gain 2 more mana, please. 1/1. I could now move any witches from a ritual to any region, but I'm not going to because all my witches are already in regions or on my special action.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my turn done.
Arrgh. Well, I've got so many cards in hand. Definitely want to do something else. I haven't harvested yet, and I'm not going to be getting any other things on here. So let's harvest. Let's do that. So I get 2 herbs, 2 points, 1 potion, 2 mana, and a book. Right, done. That's better. Much better.
Well, you've forced my hand now because you might move the one down. So I am going to.
Well, how can I move 1 down?
I don't know, but you might.
Okay,
Just
I
in
might
case.
have some super
You might have
secret
something.
cards,
There's. I have had cards that I think I could have used to move things down. So I will take 2 leaves and 2 victory points off of this one, please.
Yeah, and I get a point.
And you'll get a point. And I'm gonna take a book. Yes, that's what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take a book.
Okay, I'm going to discard 2 cards to take a potion for a free action. Spending 2 potions to play another specialist, which is Ultan Hell's Messenger. Every time I harvest my outer circle, I also harvest a place of power in my inner circle.
Nice.
I thought so. over to Paul.
Forgot I can
You
put a
can
card on
ritual
here,
on there,
and when I
yeah.
do,
You'll gain
it's
that.
worth points straight away.
You'll gain that benefit, yeah. And obviously, if you've got any spaces that you can use with your elders,
Oh, there is.
he has options again.
Suddenly, there is options. Okay, let's do it. Where's the card gone? There's the card. So I'm going to spend a book and two leaves to play the Jinn Mirror. And because it's an artifact, I immediately get the 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then I cover that up, which means I can discard a card
Yeah, to gain resources.
to gain resources. So let's discard that to gain 3 resources.
Mm-hmm. I am going to flip my clan marker. So can I have 6 mana, please?
6.
Disgusting behaviour.
1, 2, need another resource.
Okay. I'm going to take a catalyst action, and I'm going to spend 2 herbs to place myself 2 sickles on my wolf guide and my cat advisor. So I have a cat armed with a sickle. I've had that dream. Very unpleasant. No, Mr. Whiskers, put it down. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to use an Elder on here. I'm going to spend 2 books to get 5 points. And there you go. I'm going to sell you both books.
Hooray.
At 5 points.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh, that one. Yes, I had a copy of that.
Yes, I also have a copy of that. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Brilliant. Right, okay. I am going to see your cat and wolf army
Yep.
and start and get myself some 3-eyed owls.
I see your army of cats and send in a bird to deal with them.
So I can replace any one of the regions with places of power. So I'm going to take this one and replenish
Yeah, I
it.
had that. Throw it away.
And then
Right.
I get one for free.
Very nice.
Now, I'm now going to activate the binding ability, which I've bound something. So before I forget it, can I have a victory point? And I will gain a leaf, I think. Because I bound something, I can then move a place of power down. Like so.
Nice.
Okay.
So there's some discussion going on in the chat about the rulebook, and Stefano said that the German rulebook had some typos, and there is an updated rulebook on BGG. The English rulebook also has issues, which you are probably aware of. Yeah. I've not read the rulebook, but you've read it,
Yeah,
and
there's moments.
it needs a new version.
It also helps if you speak German when you're reading.
Yeah,
the
I mean, yeah.
that there's a German
Oh, that's been
example.
fixed as well. Fixed as well. Excellent. Okay.
Right. So I'm activating my my income.
Yep.
So I get 1 potion for that cavern. I get 2 books for the archive, because book plus scythe. Because the best way to find extra books is to
Just
send
gonna have
a wolf with a scythe.
Who the editor was.
And then 2 more potions for that cavern. And then I trigger Ultan Hell's messenger ability.
Not
I can
listed.
also draw a card for this misty castle down here. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. And then for my final ability with this one, it's gain 1 of my bonuses. I think I'm going to use to replicate this bonus and take 2 more herbs. Boom, boom.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I want to do that, there's no rush to do that, so I might do that later and do that later.
Expensive.
What else do I want to do this round? Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 potions, put another orb in here, which moves me up there, which gets me 3 points. Okay, done.
Is that a potion and a book if I spend 6 mana in the bottom one?
Where's that?
Bottom one there.
Yes, potion and a book.
Right, okay. I will move. I'll put one of my elders here.
Sasha says that
So there we go.
I think they've worked on
Yep.
an errata on BGG.
And
So
I'll
thank you
have
very much for putting that together.
5 victory points there.
If anybody is looking to get the game or has the game, have a look on BGG for Sasha's.
And I'll have 2 more
Errata.
victory points for doing that.
And that's been fixed in the new rulebook, I believe. Right. Who's going to it?
Back to me. isn't it?
Sorry, sorry.
I'm spending 2 potions to create an orb. I'm putting the orb in this summoning circle, which pushes me up here, and I'll take another 5 mana.
5.
Yep.
Zooming up the track. I don't know whether I want to do anything else. And I guess I could. It's just... Okay. Maybe I will. I'm going to discard that for a herb and then spend 2 herbs and a book. Place another artifact here. So whenever I play an artifact, I get points equal to the artifact's value. And I'm going to put it on here, which gets me 2 mana. And I may place an elder in a region. Now this is useful because I could put this in here,
And now get...
which means I'm then in there.
Yeah. Or you could place it here and sort of know your... Indeed.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, let's pop it here. Okay, that's my go done.
Right, I am going to spend 1 of these, and when playing this I can spend mana instead of herbs or that, so can I lose 2 mana please? But whenever I spend mana I gain a mana, so can I gain a mana please?
Okay, nice.
And then going to put that there, which immediately, because of the bonus,
Oh, this place of power, yeah.
just moves that one down. And that's the one that has multiple spots on.
Okay.
Right, yes. Nice.
So I spend these 3, 1 of each, to
Play your
place
first
Yep.
a point as well.
So mine is at the end of the game, I get to move 3 locations down.
Oh, right.
So I don't have to worry about
That's
that.
very
That's very nice. That is very nice.
There. I am going to pass, I believe, with 2 cards in hand and no more resources. Hi, Matt. Thank you for joining in. Good to see you.
So I am going to go here, spend the 2 leaves, and I basically gain 6 victory points because it's 4 victory points there and 2 for activating an artifact. So can I have 6 victory points, please?
6 points.
Yes, please.
And that says you may activate this space twice
So I'm going to activate again next turn
with another,
with another guy.
because you can break the rules.
Break the rules. That's my ability. Where you've got these for cheaper, I've basically got this.
Yeah, I'm done. Everything I've...
I'm out. 6 points.
I have 6 points, please.
But it has chewed up his herbs. So.
And
Nom,
then,
nom, nom.
nom nom nom. And then I am going to discard these 2, please.
You're still going?
Yep.
More stuff.
For one of those, and I'm going to spend both of those. Put an orb. It doesn't really matter. I'll put it there. Sometimes. To go up and gain 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
All these are nice, but I can't really afford them. So
All done?
I think that is me all done.
Right. Battley time.
Right.
Now, I noticed these dials only go up to 9.
They do.
So that is a hard limit on how much money you can spend in a fight.
I Good question. Maximum of 9.
Maximum of 9.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Okay.
So yes, we're moving on to the battle round. So
Okay.
top one here, which is also worth first player token.
So I have 3 at the moment.
I have 1.
I have 1.
Bear with me 1 second.
5 for 6.
5.
7 for 8.
5
Which
for
means you
8.
win.
Which means I win.
Yep.
So
I spend 5.
yeah,
You spend
7
7.
gain
Get
1.
1 back.
Yep.
Rob, you spend
5.
5.
Okay.
So again, I take that. I get to move one of these down,
Yeah. I mean, I get to move 1 down, which is great, but I don't get the
which
Yep.
I think I'm going to
Power
move.
Stone.
You know what? I think I'm actually going to move this one
Move
down
that 1 down.
because I could do with the Leafs. I get 3 victory points and a card.
Yep.
Then you both
I
got
get 3 victory
6.
points in the card.
Oh, I forgot about that. You get all of them, don't you?
Yeah.
A PvPs for me as well, please, Paul.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And a card.
And a card.
Okay, and you choose a Power Stone.
And I choose a Power Stone. That is a great
Mm.
point. I'm going to take one of these circles then. Next zone.
Stefano says you can spend from 0 to 9. Yeah.
Just you, Paul.
Well, it's me.
So the only question is how much mana do you want to
Would you like
spend
to spend
for?
any mana to get?
I'd like to spend 4 mana
Mm-hmm.
so that I get the 6,
Yeah,
which is a leaf.
and go up
And
one
I
on
move
the
up on here, which allows me to move something down.
It does indeed.
And I will move. Well, that's going to go up there at the moment. It's going to be this one. Done. And then down here,
Yes.
between you two. Oh, and I get a thing.
How many have I got there? I've got 5.
5.
Take that one.
I mean, you could win.
Yeah.
No matter what, but
Because if we tie numbers, it's the most. The maximum you can get is 8, which you put in 5 mana.
yeah, you
So-
could get 11 if you wanted to.
Yeah, but if I also get 8, but use more mana to do it,
Yeah.
I win the tie. So
So, yes, I think that is what I'm going to go for. Yeah, let's go with it.
6.
5.
So we both get 8, but I win the tie.
Yeah, I was nearly just went for the 6 plus.
So you spend 5, but get
okay,
1 back.
one back. Yeah,
So I'll take the circular
So
mana.
you both get all of this.
yeah,
So it's 7 points to both of you.
yeah,
Yep.
and a book and a
Book and a potion.
potion.
Okay, done your 7 points.
I'll have the circle runestone, please. Thank you. I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Yes. So first things first.
Oh, yeah.
Round end effects. Anyone got any of those?
Nope.
Nope.
Replenish the regions with places of power. Return all your witches and eldars.
Mystic Springs. And Sanctum. Get back here, you bunch of witches.
Yeah. And there we go. Then flip your clan token.
Oh, yep.
Ready any cards with a turn sideways effect. Then advance the round marker to the last round, which we've just done.
Okay.
Then scout.
1, 2, 3.
What we're doing at the moment.
2 mana. And
Thank you very much.
3 more books.
And then I also gain this. So I gain one of these, 2 of those, and 2 of those. That's not enough.
The elders dawdle back in again.
got so many in hand now. What do you do?
Right. So, and I've got 3 down here, and that's what these elders can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. We know what I need.
Oh, yes, please.
Don't care, don't care, don't care.
Right.
Don't care. Maybe care. Don't care.
And that's 3 points if it's in your inner circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, inner circle.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
You only score points off of the inner circle from all of those things. I don't think I care too much about that. I do quite like that though, and that's quite useful as well. Right, okay. I've separated it into the chaff and the good.
What do I care about? What don't I care
Yeah,
about?
basically. And of course, as always, let's go out and see what's on the board. You know what? I do like these sanctuary things. So let's go for another sanctum.
Okay. I'm going to go there. I'll take those Mystic Springs, please. Which immediately gains me 2 mana.
2 mana.
Thank you. Yep, because of Irene. I immediately harvest it.
So I'm going to go here and discover this Misty Castle, which immediately gets me a card.
Nice.
It's a gate to hell. I'll put that together with my other gate to hell. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just working through a little bit.
Apparently, I need Nakoyo as a specialist. Do
Yeah, there's a couple of
What do they
ones
give me
that
then?
really. I had one which, if you play it down here, every time you discard a card, you get a victory point.
What?
And I discarded like 15 cards, 20 cards in the
Wow.
game to gain these things and
Yeah,
to do
I've not
different
seen that
things.
one.
Yeah, I had it in my hand at the start and ditched
It's
it.
your go, isn't it?
It is my go,
That's fine.
yeah.
That wasn't a chase.
Stefano says,
No,
no,
it's-
Easter egg.
you are.
So Irene is actually his sister and the cat. That's very cool.
Oh, that's sweet.
How do I get my cats into the next expansion for the game? Let me know. I'll send you photos.
So I'm going to place this
Loki
here.
will be very happy.
So first things first, I will have 2 mana, please.
Oh yeah, mana. Don't have much of that.
If this card activates a binding bonus, which it will, 2 victory points, and I get another victory point and one of those for here.
Mhm.
And then the thing is to move it down there.
Okay.
Lovely. Lovely stuff.
Lovely stuff.
Off you
So
go,
we
Jubbly.
can't see these, but don't worry about it. Adrian's got other
Oh.
stuff off camera.
Sorry.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
This way slightly. I'm running out of space as well.
it does get a bit sidewaysy.
Right. I will spend 2 witches in this region to nab me the Mystic Springs, which come on immediately, getting me 2 mana, please. Not too much. When that one, yeah, that lets me place an Elder in one of these, which I assume means I can use one of these. You may place an Elder in a region. Is that
No,
just
the
it's-
region
it's
is
just
the-
placing that?
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Go here, get the sanctum. Harvest it, put a gun.
Right. I am going to discard a card. And
I see.
gain-
Okay.
sorry, 3 resources yet. 1. No, I'm just going to gain 3 leaves.
Okay.
Yep.
Right, I'm going to move my witch to here and advance on the Coven track, so I get 5 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get to move one of these down, so I'll move this one down. Back to you, Paul.
Mm-hmm. I am going to spend that. Put a sickle on here. That's Made up.
Right, I am going to spend a book, 2 leaves, and a potion.
Wow.
And I'm going to bind it to my henge there. So replenish the places of power. And take 1 for free.
It's really nice that. You done?
I am, sorry, yeah.
Yep, that's right. Right, I will move one of my elders to this summoning circle to play 1 ritual for free by spending 2 books. Because I've spent that's not that one. Ignore that one entirely. Which then means I play another summoning circle. I'm placing it here, so I get 2 more mana, and you may place an elder in a region. I'll stick this elder in this region just so I've got presence on all 3 boards.
Nice.
And that clicks into there.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to place an elder here. I'm going to harvest this and another place of power in the same circle. So I get 2 leaves, 2 points, 4 mana. Done.
I am going to do my clan thing. Can I have 5 mana, please?
Um,
Ah.
right. Bish bash bosh.
Oh, sorry. I should have had a... Did I take that? I can't remember if I took it or not. Anyway.
Ah, no, that's how I can do that.
I don't think you took that.
Did I not?
No, I don't think
I
you
didn't think I did, but I thought I can't remember at this point, so
Right.
it's one of those where if you can't remember, just...
My
Sasha says, I don't know anyone here with a cat called Loki. Well. Oh, but there was a winky face.
okay.
I was going to say.
I am going to harvest. So I get 1 potion from the cavern, 2 books from the archive,
How
2
many books have you got?
potions. Yeah, lots. I get them as a
We can't quite see
income.
them because they're off camera.
Sorry,
Let
they're
me just
slightly
slide
off
them
camera.
underneath your cards.
Okay,
Rob's got...
You see them
Oh,
there?
or here.
Okay.
He's good. Rob's got loads of resources, basically.
Like, yeah, 'cause I've got passive income of books, and I keep getting more books. I get 2 more mana from there. 1, 2,
Yeah.
and then I get to use Ultan's ability to do either 2 more mana or another card. I'll take another card. Okay. Then I'll trigger this ability to move a card down, which will be these Mystic Springs, by replicating that ability. And that's it for my income phase.
Okay. I should have done that before I moved that down.
Yeah,
Because that is only here, isn't it?
it is.
And I'm not going to get any more of those, so I'm just going to take this now. So that
Makes
is a
sense.
potion, and a book, and a card. Okay, done.
Okay, I think I'm going to do this now. So I'm going to harvest 2 places of power in an opponent's outer circle. I will have these 2, so you get a victory point, and I gain 2 books and 2 potions.
Yum, yum. Okay.
After you.
Yes, I will spend move an elder to this summoning circle and pay 2 books to place one of these cards for free. It's going to be the Transmutation Chalice. Back to you, Paul.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm going to send a witch here. I'm going to move a card down and draw 2. Okay. Look at that. It's amazing.
Well,
Very expensive.
I'm going to
Amazing.
do the same then because I need to use that space before it gets
Not
nibbled. Yeah, so I shall move this one down and draw 2 cards.
right.
Oh, except that doesn't work with that, and then that doesn't work with that, and then that doesn't work with that.
And then you break and cry.
Well, I want to get, if it's a 4-point card, I want to get double for it. So I don't want to put it on here because this can't be doubled. Yes. Okay. Right.
Here's my go. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just talking
That's
through
fine.
Yeah,
things.
I was waiting in case you were like, can I quickly?
So
No, I
this
need,
one
I
here.
need to move some more cards down.
So transmutation fact, I get to spend any 2 resources, 2 of my books, to take any 3 resources, 3 herbs, and a victory point, please.
I do have a billion cards though. Oh, how I've got so many cards. So I need to move a card down, which is there, which is gone. Getting 8 power here.
Yep.
Which I can't do because I've only got 5, plus the one is 6.
Or go up 3 times.
Or go 3 times on there. Which I also can't do. So my only way of doing it at the moment is to get more mana to then get to 8 in there. Just to get that down. But that will happen in the battle phase. That's fine. I can put an artifact on it now and then move it down.
You can, yeah.
Right. So we're all good. So how do I get that mana? Right. Well, let's have a look. How do I get mana? Oh. That's how I get mana.
You could get mana that way.
That is one way of getting mana. I don't know. Oh, there's that as well. But let's do that first. So I go here. I spend a resource. That one. Get 2 resources. I get 2 books. And 3 mana. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, yes. I am going to spend 2 books, 2 leaves, and one of those.
Oh, what?
Mm.
To play the Living Chest.
Oh, you can also discard cards to get mana. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah,
I
we
forgot I
can't.
could do
Yeah,
that.
we can't, but you can. So
I completely forgot I could do
I
that.
gain 1 victory point for each artifact in my coven, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I get to not do that. I get another point for that, and I get to take a leaf. And then I get to advance on the coven track, which is another 4 victory points, please.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2, 2, and 2 to play Anchor the Tomebound. So at the end of the game, I get 3 victory points for every orb in my inner circle.
I am going to discard a card for a herb, spend a 2nd herb, 2 books, and a potion. Play my Living Chest,
Oh, that's not allowed.
which is 1 point for each artifact in your coven. Believe it or not, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Okay. I am going to spend. I'm going to get rid of 2 random things, gain myself a leaf. And then I'm going to spend 2 of those and 3 of these to play that. I then get to move down another one. If that was a ritual, I gain victory points equal to the victory point value. So I'll have 4 victory points, please.
4 points. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2, 2, and 2 to get a third council member in.
Oh, so yours cost 2, 2, and 2. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
my
so
second
yours
one
is the
Mine
cheaper
are
one.
already
Yeah.
I should be playing more then. I'm going to discard that to get a book. Spend 2 books, giving 1 to you, 1 to Rob,
Right.
to get 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right, well, let's go here. You can have your book back, and you can have another book.
Right.
And I will take 7 victory points, please.
7.
Yeah.
Better than my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's the 5 plus 2 for activating an artifact.
Right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards discarded. What was it, you? For 2 potions, which I then convert into an orb.
Which move you up
Can I
on
have
the...
some more orbs, please?
You want some more orbs?
Need more orbs of the singular. Thank you. So that one go that's there, which then moves me up to there. I'll take 6 victory points, please.
So Adrian's still 20 points ahead of us.
Okay. I am going to chuck away these 4 cards.
It's me next.
Oh, sorry.
This that says move all witches from a ritual to any
So
region.
these are
Is
rituals.
that witches?
Yeah, that is witches.
So not
I
elders.
think... I thought it was just witches because it had the witch symbol, but I think Stefano might have said earlier that it also includes elders, so I don't know if he can...
That's a good
it
point,
applies
Matt.
to both.
That's a good point. We haven't had a poll. Let's do that now. So start a poll. Who is going to win? So we have. Who went first?
I went first, yeah.
So Rob is black. 4 is blue. And add another option. Adrian is... What colour would you call that? Buff?
Beige.
Beige?
Adrian is beige,
Cream.
and we're not quite sure
Beigey,
what colour he's
creamy,
playing.
pink. Ish. Right, there you go. Poll is up.
I don't think I've ever seen the word beige.
Beigey way.
Did I spell it?
I don't know if it's right.
Oh, who knows?
Either
Everyone
way,
knows what you
that is a
mean.
brilliant word to listen to.
Beigey, creamy, pinkish. Right.
So yeah,
it's
so
me.
it counts to all of
It
your...
counts to all of them. Right. So that could be useful because then from a ritual to any region. But it's an extra 1. Which means I could put it on there and do it again.
You could.
Oh, hello. Right.
Oh, hello.
So let's do that. Let's play a card that I don't want. Like the gate to hell. So that's 1. Call that a potion. Oh, it's an artifact, enchantment, and familiar. It's quite good. Call that a potion as well. So 2 potions in a book for a wolf guide in the sanctum, which immediately gets me 2 mana, and I move that from there to,
The region you want to fight over.
well,
Because you're in all the regions.
I'm in
It's-
all the regions.
so which one are you going to try and fight for the most?
Let's pop it up there. Okay, done.
Right. Back to what I was going to do when I
Yes.
skipped your turn. So I'm going to ditch those 4 for 2 leaves. Then I'm going to spend 2 leaves, 2 books, and 2 potions just to tuck this one under here.
Oh, yeah, that's what I need to be doing.
I shouldn't have reminded you of that, should I?
You done?
I am.
I'm going to spend 4 as well to get 2 potions and build myself another orb, which is going to go here on the Mystic Spirits, which gets me
Just get you, I get 2 points.
2 BP every time I go up and can't.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep smacking into that now. The important thing was to get the orbs out for this one because I get victory points for each orb out. So.
So that's worth 4 points to me at the moment. That's worth 6 points to me at the moment.
That's what I was doing.
That's worth 8 points to me at the moment. So that's the one we definitely want to get out. Maybe those. But I've got this. So I'm going to harvest this and another place of power in the same circle. So it's 2 points. Me and Rob just seem to be keeping tied. 2 of those and 4 mana.
Howdy, neighbour.
Okay, done.
Right. Ditch those. Gain a potion. Spend 2 potions for an orb. Doesn't matter. They're not. Doesn't, as far as I'm aware.
Just let you bring a card down.
So then, just moves that up, which lets me bring a card down, which I will move that down here. Again, well off screen. I will.
Adrian's got loads and loads and loads of cards.
Yeah.
We probably should switch yours, actually.
I think at the end of the game, I'm going to have just 1 card left. So what I'll do is I'll move that over here.
We'll move, so Adrian has a big line of cards here that you can't quite see. In fact, if we just slide them up a tiny amount,
oh yeah,
you can see how many he's got.
Yep. I think I pass.
Oh, right, so you're all done?
Yeah.
Right. I now need 5 minutes to work out the most efficient way of doing everything that I can do.
Adrian's pretty much.
I'm going to pass after this
Oh,
as well.
okay, right.
But after you take your turn, mine will be to pass. So
Okay.
But I think it's worth nothing at the end.
nothing. No, there's any cards in your hand.
Cool.
I mean, I've got these leaves and
It
nothing
says
to do
literally
with
to
them.
ditch it.
Yep.
So winning the cards on these in the battle is also
Doesn't matter. It's just the victory points you're after, or moving.
all
up
moving
on
stuff down. Yeah.
So, yeah, the card that says 2 points for each artifact in your coven is 8 points to me. So I definitely want to play that. And to play that, I need to discard that for a book, discard that for a potion, spend a herb, tuck that underneath. Right. Then... So it would be 2 cards to get that, and then it would be 2 cards for that, which would be that, which would move me up to there, which gets me that. It's probably worth doing it, isn't it? Let's keep that for now. So, 2 cards I'm ditching for the 2 resources that I'm missing to play. Yeah, that one. High Priestess Eureka. 3 times the highest points value I've reached on the Coven track. So as long as I can get to there, that's 12 points. But even if I don't, it's 9.
Yeah.
So that's still quite a good card, I think. Right, I've got 3 cards left.
Should mention every time you go up 1 more on the coffin track, you'll get 2 more.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't call it out at the start and just realised you've been your faction is the one that shoots up on the coffin track.
Smack it down. Every time it caps out, I should be catching a few more points, and I might get a few more from down there.
Nice.
So if I just... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to play all of these cards, but that's fine. So ditch that. Ditch that. 2 potions. 2 potions is an orb. Put the orb wherever, doesn't matter.
Nope.
Moves up here. Gets me 3 mana. I then have 2 of these left. Ditch those 2. Get another orb. 2 potions. 2 potions for another orb.
Because you exchange 1 for 1. Don't you?
Yeah.
Put it on there. Moves me up here, which gets me 4 points.
Very
1,
nice.
2, 3, 4. Right. No cards, no resources.
Right. Fighting.
Fighting time.
Fighting time. Right. So the top one, which is not really worth the starting player, but sure. Well, I suppose it is for draws after the first one. But yeah.
So I've got 17 mana to play with.
The one round I haven't had a lot of mana, and it's probably the one round I feel like I should have. Should need some. Spend your mana wisely. This is tough. Like the other ones would be like, yeah, whatever. This is like, I need to scrape all the points from the battle.
Carefully.
Yeah.
0.
0.
7.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
I think I won that one.
Yep. Pew.
So I get to move a card,
Mm-hmm.
which will be the one that's going to be worth 8 points.
Very nice.
And
three
I get
VP.
3 points. So 1, 2, 3. And I get a card.
Which then burns immediately.
We'll then basically go at the end, yeah.
Right, the next one.
And I get the start player, and I choose a thing.
Yeah.
That's actually useless to me. Completely useless. Oh no, I could put it on there.
Yeah, because you don't place until the end.
No,
So
I just sort of planned ahead, but it doesn't matter because nobody else is going to take it, so I'll take that one.
yeah, because which one did you just move down?
That
Is one of these worth more with the pack? No, it's
No.
not. All right.
Right.
Alright. Eight for 10.
7 for 9.
Okay. So that's mine.
So I spend 1 and gain 1. So you leave me where I am.
You spend 1 and gain 1. Rob spends
8.
8. I spend
So,
7.
okay.
So we both get everything there.
But I get the
So you effectively get 7 points.
7 points for me.
So you are black, 7 points, puts that on there, that on there. I get the 5 points. There, and I get the coven track, which allows me to move a card down, which is just going to be worth an extra 2 points at the end. Right. And then
Okay.
finally,
Yeah.
we all spend our remaining mana.
Yeah.
Because there's no need to keep it, is there? So I should have 3 left, which means I've got 4, which is 2 points. That's me done.
Yep. I spend 7, which gives me 8.
I spend 8, which gives me 10. But I'll have one back.
Get one back.
Because why not?
So you both get that.
Both get 7
So
VPs.
7 VPs. So 1, 2, 3, and up 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and up 1. And you both get whatever.
Yeah.
Potion and books.
And I will take the chevron,
Chevron.
I think. Hold on, let me just double check. Yes, definitely the chevron.
Okay.
Right, so end of game is discard all leftover resources and cards.
Ooh.
Place your power stones.
Son,
At the end of game trigger, I
you get to
also
move 3 things down.
So all of mine.
Don't bother.
Yeah.
Just
Just
leave
moving
them
them here to
say,
show that they're
yeah.
all scoring.
Yeah,
And do you want to just move yours
yeah,
up
yeah. So put these
and
over
put them
here
down or
for
whatever?
what it's worth because they're not really worth anything. And then yeah, I will just
Okay. Great. So you go up there.
so that is 2. That is
So this
worth
starting
more
one
there.
has no symbol,
I should
so
have
it
done that.
can't.
I should have done that. I didn't need that. It would have been fine. It's a few extra points.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. Because I didn't.
That's
write that
not
down.
mine.
So
Yeah, if I'd have done a different move, I would have had 3 extra points.
Okay.
Anyway,
start
right.
with first player victory points for specialists.
Are they worth points? Oh, they are. 2 points. 2 points.
I will have 3, please.
3 for me as well.
Right, next.
Victory points for end game effects, which I think all the end game
Oh,
effects are
loads.
on the council ones.
Yeah.
So
So 2 points per place of power with a different name in your coven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
cool.
So 14.
14. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 14. 2 for each artifact in your coven. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8, which is -2 + 10. And gain 3 times the highest point value you reached on the coven track, which is 12.
Very nice.
2, 12. Done.
Bro. I simply gain 2 for each familiar in your coven. So I've actually got a familiar in here, I think. Oh no, I don't. So I've got 1, 2, 3.
6
6
points.
points.
Okay.
Oh no, 4, because this one counts as 1 as well. So another 2 points.
Okay.
Rob.
I get 3 for every orb, so that's 12. And yeah, I'll do the 12 first.
12 done.
And then 3 for every ritual with an action space, and I have 3, so another 9.
Next.
Is the victory points from rituals in your inner circle. Power stones are times 2.
Right. 2
Yeah,
plus 6.
yeah.
8 plus 4 is 12. 14. 22. 24.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. 1, 2.
Yep.
Right.
So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 18, 24.
So, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Yep.
Rob.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 15, 17, 19, 20.
So 1, 2.
Nice.
Okay.
That is it.
Nicely done, Paul.
I thought I was going to come last.
No, you
You
really
seem to be
pulled it.
comboing so much
Yeah.
together during the game, but
I had
Yeah,
some, I had some,
this
yeah.
worked.
Which,
that was really
strangely,
good.
when I played that faction last time, I got loads of abilities that weren't end game scoring, but when I was discarding cards, I was getting victory, and I just shot away like really early on.
So, final scores, assuming we got the scoring right, and we can close the poll.
Same number of ritual areas. I thought I'd have.
Oh, thank you very much, Sasha, for the
I
donations.
thought I was going to get one more down, which would have only been 3 points.
How do I
but-
close the poll? End poll.
There we are.
So the audience said 64%
Yeah.
that Adrian was going to win.
Yeah, so
21% me. Only 14% people believed in you.
yeah, well, I was at the point the poll was taken. Adrian was about 20 points ahead. And
So
I was
apparently,
totally-
let's have a look. Paul, I think you gave Black 10 points too many from the southern slopes. Did I? Black had 51 points before. He should have got in 7, but he ended up on 68. So should Black be 10 points fewer?
when was that?
I don't know.
That was here when we both got 7.
I may have miscounted the points.
No, I got 7. Yeah, I got 7 because I got
Yeah,
5 and 2.
I may have miscounted it, but
Either way,
we can check back later.
pull one.
And Stefano says, if I'm not mistaken, Howard is a familiar. Is that the one that you didn't count and then you did count?
Yes, I did. Yes.
You did in the end. Stephen has checked the video, but if anybody could double check, that would be great. Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, so Rob might be on. So the winning score was
118.
118. Second place may have been 112.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
Or might have been 100.
Or may have been 107. And then third place was either 107 or 102.
Yeah.
So the designer said 130.
Yeah.
160 is at the high end of what you should be
Yeah.
scoring. I think that's a reasonable score for our first game. Your second game.
Yeah.
But
I scored higher in my first one. Definitely. But
and yeah, I hope we got the rules right. So
oh, hold on.
hold on. Maybe we didn't.
6, 9 points here as well.
Oh, you're saying
sorry.
things.
Yes, 3 points for a sanctum. 1, 2, 3. Completely forgot about that.
Can I got 9 points?
9
please?
points. We're having a recount. 9 points. So down 1, up 10.
Yeah.
Any sanctums?
No.
Right. So the winning score, 121.
Yeah, there we go.
go.
Then 116.
So 116 is the second place. It's whether Rob's on 112 or 102. But yeah, right. So we definitely finished it. Yeah, I forgot.
I forgot about those because I was just about to say that's what I
I
tried to,
thought you had some sanctums. No, you were collecting
No.
sanctums.
which was a
Sanctum
thought
thing.
process I had was let's see what collecting sanctums does as opposed to going after power stones more. And then I ended up, because of the mana combo, I ended up going after power stones kind of as well. But
Right. We are done.
We
so
are.
let's now have a round the table discussion. We'll forget the fact that the design is in the chat.
Yep.
Because if we don't like the game, we will be honest. This is not a sponsored playthrough, and Sasha's just donated some money. For those people who don't know, all of my advertising revenue goes to charity, so I don't make any money out of this video. And anybody who leaves a super chat, which Sasha has, that goes to charity as well, because it all gets bundled together in the YouTube donations, and all of my YouTube money just goes straight off to charity. So yeah, thank you for that. And if anybody does want to use the super chat feature, that money doesn't go to me, it does go to charity. Adrian, you've now played it twice on consecutive days.
Yes.
You learnt it from the rule book.
I learned it from the rule book, 2-player, so we didn't have this bottom part here. And we played straight to Moonside. I played with someone who's relatively quick to pick up games, so I thought we'll play Moonside rather than... And then I'll know if we want to play Moonside here, what things do.
And I'm glad we did.
And I'm glad we did, because a few people told me, don't play Moonside first, but...
I would normally have said that, but
which
I'm glad we did.
Quite often I would go to play the easy version first, but having tried it, actually, the overhead is not massively extra.
And it gives you that extra.
And it gives you some...
Yeah.
I liked the way that we were all doing different stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, so
where does this sit in your games that you've played for Messen?
Probably comfortably sort of upper middle, I would say. It's definitely not my favourite, but it was I'll be honest with you. Yesterday, I found a bit of a combo, and the other player didn't.
Right.
And it was about a 30-point difference.
Wow.
And it was one card had scored me 20-odd points on its own. And I was like, well... And I do think these kind of games do have an opportunity for that.
Yes.
Where you just happen to draw a few cards that combo really.
Do you remember what the combo was?
It was your thing there.
Yeah.
And then one of these gave me a victory point for every discard.
Every time you discard a card?
Yeah. And then
I discarded loads. We all discarded loads of cards, didn't we?
There was another card where I got to do something and discard a card and get stuff as well, which I thought I saw someone put out, but maybe I didn't. And I was discarding cards for just loads of resources and all sorts, and it just seemed a little bit on the powerful side, and I was a bit like, oh, this game has been much more rounded, I felt like everyone got nothing to run away, but nothing to... No, I didn't feel like anyone was sat there thinking, what have I done, sort of thing. So, yeah, quite enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more second play than first play, but that was just because I managed to get hold of a funky combo and the other player didn't.
That would have been worth a fortune.
Yeah, there's some really great ones.
2 points for every Power Stone and icon in your that
circle.
That particular one.
Yes.
Okay. No, that wouldn't have been worth. Right. Okay.
Yeah. I had one of those for the bars, but I just didn't have any bar symbols on mine. Well, I had one, so it would have been worth.
And it does do that thing which you don't always get in these kind of sort of card engine builder games as well, where sometimes I don't feel bad for throwing away 90% of my cards, but actually quite a lot of the cards, that's the one.
Each time you discard a card, 1 point.
1 point. And with this faction, you end up discarding
a lot of cards. You're a very hard card draw,
and it's worth 4 points. Oh no, it's not worth 4 points when it's there.
Yeah, and I got it on the first turn and played it for free.
That seems...
It's an odd combo that...
Well, we'll see what Stefano says. What's your thoughts on High Priestess Oreka, the discarding cards with this faction on turn 1? Because that does seem... you could get 20 points from that card.
I did, definitely. I didn't count it, but I can tell you from the number I discarded, because I just put them to one side, that I definitely discarded over 20 cards.
Whereas I got... From that one, I got 14.
Yeah.
That seemed a lot. That one was 8. That one was 12. And that one was probably about 12.
Yeah.
So I was getting about 8 to 12 points for each of mine.
Yeah. And I think under anybody else's, that card actually isn't really powerful at all. There's not, but with that one faction on their moon side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Then that's what I did. But yeah, as I was just sort of saying there, every turn I think, which of these cards am I going to play and which am I going to have to get rid of or do something with or just never get... And I like when a game makes me think like that, and some of these kind of games don't. They're just kind of like, well, these are your definite choices. These are your throwaways. You might have one card in your hand.
Yeah.
This was like half my hand I really want to play, but I know I can't.
Yeah.
Maybe a third I definitely don't care about. The rest is all...
Yeah, quite a few cards go in the bin to get the resources you need.
Yeah. That's just part of it.
I'd agree. There's always that balance of, in any sort of game like this, where you're getting what you can do is based on the card draw. You can just get a turn where everything you get isn't right. It took me a long time to get enough of these to actually get my elders.
Yeah,
You'll be
I
able to use
did.
your elders.
I only used
That
one in
basically-
round 2.
that was really useful.
Yeah, this I found hard to my ability not to harvest. Traditionally, I found it quite a hard thought process, because normally what you do is you harvest and then you move a load of stuff down. But if I moved a load of stuff down, I harvest at the start of the round.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this felt really good, but then this was like quite tough for me to get my head around.
Yeah. You also get that rather good, victory point or
Mana
for
production.
everyone. Yeah, which then you've got a lot of mana from that as well.
Yeah, whereas I don't have it on
Yeah.
my track and
I think-
everyone else has.
Having played it, I wouldn't have done this one again because it's like, oh, that seemed like really strong. I realised there's not a lot of points there.
If you've already taken the main ones down.
Yeah, so it was one of those. It was nice.
Then
but
again,
it was,
he got you what?
but yeah, but I'd
6,
have
7,
mana.
8,
9.
9, 10. 10 points.
Yeah.
It's not bad. So, Rob, you read the rules this afternoon. Was the game what you thought from
Mostly,
having read
yeah,
the rules?
It's just
Okay.
it's sort of your cycling process game. I liked it definitely. Would happily play it again. Yeah, it's just getting the feel. It's the feel for the flow and understanding things like the limited income of resources, how tight that is.
I didn't quite get that from it. I
There
must
are
admit.
a few little simple things like making sure my placements. Like I could have played straight away and got some more resources. I played it halfway through my turn,
Yeah.
which then when I lost out on a resource or two.
Which again, I had all my stuff in my hand and was like, oh no. And you do get a little bit of that, I feel, occasionally, of playing things in the wrong order. But I definitely agree with you. I thought there would be maybe, because I'd looked at the cards and all of these resources, and I was like, oh, resources are going to probably be more plentiful. But actually, they're not. And that's because of how few actual rituals you're going to get to play in the game. I thought you were going to get to play a bit more. But apart from that, yeah, I agree with you.
And it's amazing how sort of only has 3 rounds, but you quickly see how just many actions start to spiral as you.
And I had 2 more here.
Oh, you got 9 out. Me and Rob both got 7 out in the end. You got 9 out.
Yeah, which I didn't get to move 2 of them down.
All of yours were moved down. I had 1, but it was only worth a point, so it wasn't worth it. Stephen says in one game that some guy had a crazy combo with mana going. And Stefano says, yeah, we tested a lot precisely with that combo. I assume this one.
Yeah.
Probably the strategy we tested the most. It's definitely strong, but not as broken as it sounds. Okay, cool. Joanna enjoyed the playthrough. Thank you very much, Joanna, for watching. Each faction has a couple of council members that work particularly well with their special ability. That one obviously works well with that one.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's probably 1 or 2 that have something that
Yeah.
synergizes well with that.
Yeah. Whether it was the wrong decision for me to not move this up when you gave me the opportunity to do so. I just thought I was going to try something different and not bother with this. But then I realised I needed the mana and I needed to move cards down.
I just check, Paul. Didn't you get one of the councillor cards that let you get some points for where you were on this? Wasn't that one of your ability?
No. Oh, no, yeah. 3 points times the highest value that I reached.
Yeah, so that would have been 18 points for me if I'd managed to get that one.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I mean, the fact that I was asking for an expansion set halfway through round 1, because it's got lots of cards, but there's lots of duplicates.
Yes.
I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm just saying this is rife for 2 extra faction powers, 2 extra different things with a whole bunch of extra cards. Bearing in mind that in some games, when you end up diluting the deck with too many cards, you lose the percentages that you've got. But what I every year, and this is a particular type of person that frustrates me, is the people who go, oh, there's no new games coming out at Essen that are worth looking at.
Yeah.
There are always new games at Essen worth looking at, and I'm always surprised that new games are coming out that feel fresh and feel new. Even though this has bits from other games. Somebody mentioned Res Arcana in the chat.
Yeah, you get flavours.
There's a little flavour from that. But I feel this is its own game. It's not just a rip-off copy of anything else. I liked it. I really enjoyed it mechanically. I thought it had a really good flow to it. The fact that when you first said, oh, it's 3 rounds, I was like, oh, this is going to be over and done in no time. And then all of a sudden, the choices seem to escalate.
As you draw more and more cards, you're getting plenty of more actions.
I also think once you've played this game 2 or 3 times, you're going to know these cards.
Yeah.
So you're going to be drawing the cards, and you may be looking for other cards, and you're like, there it is. I know I want to use that one. But I think what Stephen said in the chat is useful. These elders, you can only use these unless you're the circle.
Yeah.
You can only use these on your rituals that have been moved to your inner circle. Therefore, you probably want to get one of those abilities and move it down before round 2, or certainly in round 2, so that you can use them. Because otherwise, it's a wasted resource that you're not doing anything with. And I think if you draw enough cards, you're probably going to... I mean, we all had some, didn't we?
Oh yeah, you see plenty of them.
You're not going to get screwed and not get it.
It's just how useful some of them are. You had this one, which I had last time I played, which was pretty good because obviously I was discarding 2 cards for 2 resources, and then I was going here to turn it into 3 resources and a victory point as well sometimes. And
this was really good.
Yeah,
I had I can place an elder here. To spend 2 books to place any ritual for free.
Any ritual for free.
Yeah.
Which then when I had 2 of them out.
Okay. So you were playing your rituals for a lot cheaper than they were printed values.
Yeah, most of the time.
Which again, like if you've got,
it's not just cheaper. It's for the resource that I have in abundance.
Because you get lots of books.
Because I get 3 books basic. I had 2 more books from there, so I was getting enough books. I could just replace everything with books. If I'd bought or knowledge, so if I managed to bring him down here instead, I'd have got 2 every time I I got 2 victory points from it every time. That could have spiraled as well. Thinking about it, I was then using knowledge on here to convert my excess knowledge into other resources.
Okay.
That may actually got me even more points.
So since Stefano is in the chat, I will now issue the second public apology, because I don't think Stefano heard my first public apology. So my history with this game is Alexander Pfister told me about this game a very, very, very long time ago, like 9 months ago, something ridiculous. And he was trying to convince the publisher to get me to do a sponsored demo of it and cover the game before Essen and everything else. Anyway, so I've had this game in my head for a long, long, long time with Alexander Pfister's name in my head. So when I did my pre-Essen show, I said, Evenfall is a game to watch out for, designed by Alexander Pfister. And it's not. So apologies, Stefano. I know that Alex did some playtesting on it, but I incorrectly said that he was the designer of the game. Because in my head, he's the one that told me about it and was telling me how good it was. So Alex put this game on my radar a long, long time ago. I didn't get a chance to cover it before Essen, unfortunately, but I am glad that I've covered it afterwards. And if there is any chance of getting a sneaky early copy of the expansion to cover, then let me know. I'm if it wasn't, what time is it? 10 o'clock. I might still be up for another game of this now.
Yeah.
This is really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the flow of it.
Did you want to quickly cover the other faction?
Oh yeah,
let's just have a look at the other
also the spike.
What did it do?
So you get much fewer cards. So you only get 5 cards, which I think is what you got. You get 3 books and 3 mana. So you get an extra point of mana. Whenever you gain a power stone, instead of just sitting it to one side, you can cover up one of these one-off abilities.
Ooh.
So you've got like 4 mana, 3 victory points. Gain 2 battle rewards. So
just any 2 from
what's there. Gain a place of power and 2 and all that kind of stuff. So you tend to find they want to win stuff, and actually they've got some really good mana generation early doors.
Can you still move them at the end of the game?
Yes.
Or something? You can.
So at the end of the game, these all come off.
Just extra bonuses.
And you get, I think it's in a box somewhere, you get a special one of these, which you get, I think the first time you harvest, you unlock a special power stone, which is a wild power stone, so you can use it on any of these, and you can use it on one of these spots as well. So it's all about these like one-off, I need this now, and it's a free action to do this. It's, I need this now, let me do this. And they generate a chunk of power, a mana as well. So that's the other faction.
So you've played it at 2 and you've played it at 3. How does it play differently at all?
You
don't use this?
Not overly. Yeah, I felt...
But you use that and you use that.
I see the flow being the same, really.
So. The flow's the same. The battle here is a little bit... what's the word?
Less interesting?
More aggressive?
Yeah, it's both, I think, in all honesty. You're in both environments quite a lot and stuff like that. And there's a little bit more contention for the fewer spots. But other than that, and as I say, because I got something that sort of, and I think this is the same with a lot of 2-player games, because I got something that drew ahead quite early on in my combos with the star, the other person kind of was like, oh, how am I going to catch up, and felt like they were always on the back foot a little bit. And I think that's just a natural thing with 2-player games where because there's not 3 players, like another player to compare, other players to compare yourself, you just you know, once someone's ahead a little bit, you can get a little bit like, okay, how do I catch up, sort of thing. But the general flow of the game and what I achieved, and what, like, watching what you achieved there with the star, was great. And the other person I played the Spike,
right?
And they won all the battles nearly. Like, they won. They had nice mana generation, and they won a lot of battles and had all the power stones and all sorts. And so that felt quite different again.
Okay, there is a solo mode as well. For those people interested, I don't know how complex the solo mode is.
It's got a separate board.
But bearing in mind it seems to be that, I'm going to guess it's not that complicated. We're not talking pages and pages of flowcharts and stuff like that. So, there we go. We are okay. Yeah, we enjoyed it, Stefano. So, congratulations on a good game. Production quality-wise, I think it's pretty good. The cards, as I say, these are probably the best.
That is lovely cards.
These are the best quality cards that I've seen from any game that's come out at Essen, and it is simply down to the fact that they are probably 50 GSM thicker than others. They've just got a nicer thickness than other ones, and they've got a nice feel to them as well.
Yeah. It feels the same when they go in a sleeve. So
that is true. That is true.
You weird sleeve freaks. And
I sleeve everything.
I sleeve most things. I might sleeve these. I don't know.
They are nice cards.
They are nice cards. Yeah, no, good production quality. There is a version 2 of the rulebook apparently on BGG, so definitely get that. That hopefully has some of the fixes. And there is an FAQ document as well.
There is an FAQ document.
I didn't feel that we really needed an FAQ, but is that because you've already been through it?
I think there's a couple of bits I explained that sort of helped, that weren't quite clear in the rulebook.
Right.
The Spike, we had some questions over the Game 2 battle rewards.
Yes.
Because when you gain battle rewards, you gain everything below it, but I'm guessing you don't get that.
Okay.
And it didn't say whether you gained 2 different ones or anything like that.
Right, okay.
So it's like little questions like that. Most of the FAQ, when I looked it up, it was as you would expect.
Yeah.
Or there was one bit that wasn't on the FAQ, which is about the power stones, where I think it was Stefano, but it might have been someone else, had gone on and answered the question on BGG. So actually,
so
it was
know
really
the answer
clear.
to it.
Yeah, so it was easy to find the answer.
Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, a new rule book would probably be appreciated. Anyway.
Excellent. Right, we are all done. So that's the end of another week of playthroughs. Join us again next week for some more. I can't exactly remember what we're doing next week. I probably haven't decided yet, but my Patreon supporters will be voting probably on what games are coming up over the next few weeks. We do have Flip Town on the agenda. We also have Revive with the expansion on the agenda. And at the end of this month, we're probably, hopefully, if it'll arrive in time, the new Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin. Ooh, so that's what's coming up for the rest of the month, but there will be more than that. Watch this space. But thank you for everybody for watching, and thank you to everybody watching back later on. And thank you again to all of my Patreon supporters. This is the assuming that I'd forgotten that today was the 1st of December, because I recorded my vlog yesterday and I said I've done 20 videos this month. Actually, it was 18 because these 2 are in December, and only one of those videos has been sponsored. So all of these videos, or most of these videos that you've seen over the last month, none of them have been sponsored, which is where the Patreon support comes in. So yeah, huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for keeping the channel going, and thank you again to you two for joining me.
No, thank you for the game.
We'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.